Hey guys, Carlos with All Electric Tech here. So Tesla has been rolling out a new software update to their vehicles. So Tesla's a little bit different in the way they roll out their software updates. So unlike Apple, where they do their software update all in one day, Tesla likes to do it over the course of several days. So I want to go ahead and show you what's new in this update. So I'm going to go ahead and click Install Now. So you do have up to 2 minutes to cancel the update if you don't want to do it after all. So it is very important to know that while the vehicle is updating, you cannot drive it, you cannot use it. It does take around 20 to 25 minutes to install these updates. So be sure to do this at a time where you're not going to be using your car. All right, so the update is about to start. And the update is starting. So the update's going to go through several steps, which we'll kind of show right here. And you will get a notification on your phone once the update is complete. All right, so the update is complete. So let's go ahead and pop over to software and see what's going on. So here we are on 2020.40.3, and let's check out the release notes. So we have 4 highlighted notes here. So first is speed assist improvements. So I have seen this one pop up on the past couple of updates or so. We'll test this just to see if there's any improvements there. But basically what this does is, in addition to using your car's GPS to show you the speed limit signs, it now uses the outside cameras to detect the speed limit signs as well. So this one's been a bit odd. It's worked for me sometimes, but other times the GPS data is just wrong and it shows the wrong speed limit here. We'll go ahead and test this and see if there's any improvements here. What I'm kind of mostly curious about in this is school zones. If the car reads school zone speed limit signs or not. So we'll test this in a second. Next is priority Bluetooth device. So this is going to be very helpful for me because both me and my wife have our phones connected to Bluetooth on this car. So for example, I can, if I wanted to now, set my phone as priority so that when the car looks for a phone to pair with, it'll try mine first. If mine isn't around or mine isn't there for a certain period of time, then it'll go over to my wife's. We'll go ahead and test this though. Next is glove box pin. So now you're able to put in a pin number when accessing the glove box, just for a little bit of additional security. We'll go ahead and test this as well. And the charge port inlet heater. So in the newer versions of the Model 3 and I believe all Model Ys now, Tesla's been adding this charge port heater. This is going to be great for the winter time, especially in areas where it snows. I live in Central Texas and it doesn't really snow very much here, maybe like once a year. But we'll test this out. We'll test the temperature as it is at room temp, like it is now. And then we'll go ahead and precondition the car and see how hot this charge port actually gets. All right, so let's go ahead and test out glove box pin first. So that's going to be found under safety and security. Scroll down and you will see we have glove box pin right there. So normally you open the glove box, you just press the button. There it is, it opens up. But I'm going to go ahead and toggle glove box pin and it will ask you to create a 4-digit pin number. I'm going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and now it's on. So now when you try to open the glove box, it's going to ask you to enter the pin number. 2, 3, 4, and now it's opened up. If you do forget the pin number, you will have to go in and enter your Tesla account credentials. That's the only way to reset it right now. Once you enter in your credentials and then you toggle this once again, it will ask you to create a new pin once again. All right, next is priority Bluetooth device. So that's going to be found in this Bluetooth icon at the top right. And as you can see here, you have mine and my wife's phones. So you now have this new priority device toggle here. And this is going to be very helpful for us because let's say me and my wife would go inside, I don't know, a store or something, just throwing an example out there. And then we would come back. It would kind of be hit or miss as to whose phone would be connected to the car. I would find that out by going over to music and then, playing music and seeing whose phone was connected there. But this is going to be very helpful now. So if my wife is driving or I'm driving, we can now, toggle that as needed. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and check out the charge port inlet heater. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just plug in my charge cable as normal. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a baseline reading of what the temperature is after a few minutes of charging. So the charge port heater is supposed to help with the winter time. So normally in certain areas, like it'll freeze overnight or something like that, there'll be a lot of snow, a blizzard, something like that, and your car's charging outside. Well, come to wake up in the morning, you'll find that your charge cable is frozen, stuck inside your car, so you have to find out a way to get that out. Now with this heater, you don't have to worry about that anymore. So we'll see how hot it gets in just a second here. So it's been charging for about 5 minutes or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the charge cable out. And let's go ahead and see how the regular temperature of this is. So I'm looking at around like 85 degrees or so. So that's gonna be room temp. Nothing too crazy there. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this again, precondition the car, and we'll see how hot the charge port gets. All right, so the car is charging again, and I went inside of the Tesla app and I hit the preconditioning button. So what it's doing now is it has the heater set on high, it has the defrosters on, and we'll go ahead and see if this makes a difference after a couple of minutes. All right, so the car has been preconditioning for about 5 minutes now, and as you can see, if I were to put the temperature gauge to the back glass where the defrosters are, it is pretty toasty. So we're at 112 Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and check out this inlet port and see if it's any warmer. So it looks to be the same temperature. I didn't really see a change there. So not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if the car needs it to be a little bit cooler or what, but go ahead and test it one more time just to make sure. Nope, same. So yeah, maybe we'll have to revisit this once it does get a little bit cooler here in Central Texas and see if we can get this charge inlet port to work. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test out the speed limit signs. So I'm passing a school zone right now. It says 25 miles per hour. So my car did not pick it up. It still says 40. The speed limit sign was flashing yellow, telling me to go 25 miles per hour, but the car did not pick it up. So that's really interesting. All right, so I'm passing another speed limit sign. It is 40. The car thinks it's 40 already, but we should see it appear. There it is. All right. So that is very interesting. So the car is not reading school zone speed limit signs. So I'm going to go ahead and go to another road where I know there is a school zone, and we'll test it again. So again, as a reminder, the car does use a mixture of GPS and now the car's front cameras to read speed limit signs. So I'm going to turn left here on this road, and I see a speed limit sign that says 45. We should see that appear on the screen as soon as I turn, and we should see this 40 turn to a 45. All right, so I'm making the turn. So there's the sign, car changed to 45, there's the 45 speed limit sign, so that's a good sign. So there's 35, car just changed. There we go. So this is working a lot better than it was a couple of updates ago. A couple of updates ago, it seemed to have worked more off of GPS, but now I kind of really feel like it's working off of the cameras now. All right, so we should be coming up to another school zone. So that's interesting. So there was a 25 mile per hour speed limit sign for this curve. It didn't pick that up. So here's the school zone. So this one's 20 miles per hour. And let's see if the car reads it. So you see the light, but no speed limit sign. So I actually kind of find that to be a little unsafe. The car thinks it's 35 miles per hour, so if I were an autopilot and I wasn't paying attention, the car would just continue to go at 35 miles per hour, even though I'm in a school zone right now. Alright, so I'm about to get out of the school zone. There is a 35 mile per hour speed limit sign. It shouldn't change, but let's see if it at least sees it. Yeah, so it does see that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around here, try to go through that one more time, and let's see if we get different results. Alright, so I went ahead and turned around, so let's see if it catches the speed limit sign. So we are coming up to it on the right side here. It says 20 miles per hour, and it's flashing. The car sees the flashing light, but again, it does not catch the speed limit sign of 20 miles per hour. So that is quite concerning. Tesla, you need to fix that. That's very, very important. Again, if somebody was using autopilot, somebody wasn't paying attention, they're going to see 35 on their screen here, and they're going to think it's okay to go 35. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will continue to do videos on these software updates and kind of testing out the new features. It's really interesting to see that the school zone speed limit signs are not read by the car. I think that's a big safety hazard. Tesla really needs to fix that. Please hit that subscribe button. I will continue to do more videos on the Tesla Model Y. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.